Imagine standing in the center of the ring, the lights blinding, thousands of eyes on you, the roar of the crowd vibrating through your chest, and yet deep down, you feel empty. That's exactly how Mike Tyson, the youngest heavyweight champion in history, felt at the peak of his glory. On paper, he had it all: fame, power, millions of dollars, respect, fear. But behind the knockouts, the belts, and the headlines, Mike Tyson carried a weight that no championship could ever lift. Every victory felt hollow, every roar of the crowd temporary, every belt a reminder that something was missing. It's easy to look at Tyson's career and assume a life of domination means happiness. Knockout after knockout, victory after victory, he became a symbol of fear and power worldwide. But the truth is darker. The real fight wasn't in the ring, it was inside him. From the moment he was a kid, Tyson's life was marked by chaos, pain, and loss. Growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, one of the toughest neighborhoods in America, survival wasn't a game. It was a daily battle. Violence, crime, and abandonment were constant companions. And when someone like Mike Tyson steps into a world that feels unsafe, strength becomes the only language he knows. Every punch he threw as a kid, every street fight, every act of aggression was a way to claim a piece of control in all that often felt out of control. But here's the twist. Strength alone can't heal a broken heart. Tyson's early fame masked his vulnerabilities. He had millions, but he lacked the one thing humans crave most: emotional safety and genuine love. Every punch he threw in the ring was a release, every roar of the crowd a fleeting satisfaction, but the emptiness remained. Fame and fortune may have given him recognition, but they couldn't fix the fractures left by a traumatic childhood. The neighborhood fights, the teachers who gave up, the absence of a father. These were wounds that no title belt could ever touch. Tyson's life outside the ring was just as turbulent as inside, filled with moments of reckless decisions, anger, and a longing for belonging that no audience could provide. Let's not forget the loneliness. Imagine having the whole world cheer for you, but no one really knows the real you, the scared kid who just wanted to feel safe. Tyson reached the heights that most dream of, yet he often described himself as a loser. Sounds shocking, right? How could the undisputed king of the ring feel like a failure? The answer lies not in what he had, but in what he lacked: self-love, healing, and closure. Even when cameras followed him everywhere, even when tabloids screamed his name, there were parts of him that felt unseen, unheard, and unloved. Tyson's life is full of contradictions. He was powerful, yet fragile. Feared, yet insecure. Rich, yet emotionally bankrupt. It's easy to celebrate the victories, the 50 knockouts, the legendary fights, the belts, but the man behind the gloves was haunted by shadows from his past. Every relationship he had, every friendship, every romantic involvement was colored by distrust, fear, and a search for something he couldn't find in money or fame. His own mind often became his enemy, creating a battlefield that no opponent could match. And then there were the scandals, the prison sentence, public breakdowns, controversial behavior. Many look at these moments and only see failure. But dig deeper, and you see a man struggling to reconcile the weight of the world with the weight he carried inside. Mike Tyson wasn't just fighting opponents in the ring, he was fighting himself. And that fight, it doesn't end when the final bell rings. Each scandal, each public humiliation, each breakdown was another round in the fight for his own soul. Here's the hard truth. Success in the outside world doesn't always translate to peace within. Tyson's story teaches us that money, fame, and power are temporary. They can't erase trauma, they can't fill the void left by childhood scars, and they can't make loneliness disappear. Every championship belt he earned was a badge of achievement, yes, but it was also a reminder that the inner battles he fought were far from over. And these battles sometimes left him spiraling, searching for ways to numb the pain, through women, substances, reckless behavior, and at times, sheer isolation. The glitz and glamour couldn't shield him from the echoes of his past, and every triumph in the ring was paired with an internal cry for understanding and peace. What makes Tyson's story so compelling is its relatability. We all fight battles no one sees. We all carry wounds that the world can't recognize. The difference is, Tyson's battles were magnified under the global spotlight. Every weakness, every breakdown, every struggle became public, and yet he never gave up. Even feeling like a loser at his peak, he continued to fight, inside the ring, and eventually outside of it too. His resilience, despite the emotional toll, is what separates a legend from just a great athlete. Tyson's journey is a testament to the human spirit, showing that even the strongest men have shadows that follow them, and it's courage, not strength alone, that defines a champion. In the end, Mike Tyson's legacy isn't just the knockouts or the championships. It's the lesson that true victory isn't about belts or fame. It's about facing your inner demons, confronting your fears, and acknowledging the parts of yourself you've hidden for years. Tyson felt like a loser because he had yet to win the hardest fight of all, the fight for inner peace. Every tear, every moment of regret, every public struggle reflects the reality that self-mastery is far more challenging than physical dominance. And maybe that's why he resonates with so many of us. Because at some point in our lives, we've all felt like a loser, even when we've achieved what the world calls success. Tyson's story is a mirror, reflecting the harsh reality that true fulfillment doesn't come from applause. It comes from healing, from understanding yourself, and from finding peace in a world that constantly tests you. His battles are ours to witness, but his triumph over internal struggles offers hope that no matter how hollow the victories may feel, healing is possible. So next time you hear the name Mike Tyson, don't just think of the champion, the legend, or the feared heavyweight. Think of the man behind the gloves, the man who taught the world that even when you have everything, you can still feel empty. But that same emptiness can ignite a fight that changes not just your life, but everyone who watches you struggle and rise again. Every roar, every punch, every headline was part of a larger narrative, a journey through darkness toward the possibility of light. Because in the end, Tyson's greatest lesson is this: even a champion can feel like a loser. But the fight to overcome that feeling is the real championship. And maybe, just maybe, the true glory lies not in the belts or the money, but in the courage to face yourself when no one else is watching, and to keep moving forward even when the world thinks you've already won or lost.